You're going to cross a couple of bridges, metal bridges, so you got to watch out. The properties of traction on bare steel with a couple of bolts in it is different. And then we're going to come to like a 90-degree turn, and there's going to be a bigger bridge. We're all going to be waiting there at the bottom, more or less, beside a couple of little stores and whatnot. We're going to get off the bikes there. We're going to take a walk around in town. But I want to start preparing you guys for what comes next after this next leg. So this next leg's not too gnarly, but after that we're talking like proper Nepalese highway. And there's basically 3 lanes, one going each direction, and then one in the middle. Big trucks, buses, and everything, they will just blow you off the road. If you don't hold your line, like part of what's happening, you think of it as like motorcycle Tetris. Like if you let them move you over, then they'll push you right off the road. You've got to hold your ground, kind of. So I'll be in the front when we're going through the high-speed traffic, and basically, like when I see a bus popping out to come head on and break up our group, I'll stand on my pegs, I'll move over into their lane and literally tuck them back in so that we can punch through. But we're talking like speeds, 100, 120 kilometers an hour. There's 3 spillways that are like, I want to say 6 feet deep or so, 20 feet wide. Does everyone know what a spillway is? So that's where the water can get across the highway. So you're coming along the highway, bombing along, doing 100, 120 clicks, and all of a sudden there's a whoop that's 20 feet wide and 6 feet deep. I mean, you catch 3 feet of air on the other side of that if you don't see it coming. So you can hit it at speed if you know what you're doing. But the problem is what a lot of guys do, they see it at the last minute, they load the suspension by fucking getting all over the brakes, and then they hit that shit with the suspension all out of whack, and then they bottom out, smash a frame, literally gnarly stuff. So this next stretch is more of what we just did, but those military bases, you got to take it easy, slow down, just be respectful. You'll know there's barbed wire, there's pictures of Gurkhas. It'll be obvious that you're in a military base. And then, of course, the bridges are always the slippery steel stuff. Watch out for that. And then we'll do another briefing again for the highway stuff, but I really want to start getting ahead of the idea that we're going to be getting out of this zone where you're not really seeing much to a completely different environment where there's a lot of fast-moving vehicles in a very dense situation.